Well, thank you very much for asking me this question, and I believe so many Nigerians want to be cleared of what transpired into the strike action. To the best of my knowledge, yes, we were affected during the pandemic. A lot of people lost their life in the east, and of course, so many trailers were damaged. They been burned, even together with the products in the car, in the truck, by some hoodlums in the eastern side of the country, and it has affected our people tremendously. And I doubt if till now federal government or the state government has done anything as regard that. Nobody is brought into book, nobody was arrested, and nothing has happened. So we are healing, trying to heal that. And of course another thing happened at Ibadan, though that is a clash between the tribes, which as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't supposed to be happening like that. We are all Nigerians. God has not advised anybody, to make him who he is. Nobody advised God to make me a Hausa man, neither a Yoruba man or any other tribe you belong to. It's strictly an act of God that whatever he decided to make you, he makes you. He makes you an American, he makes you Asian, he makes you anyhow he wants to make you. So it's out of bound for us to say, why are you this nationality? Why are you this nationality? I think it is very wrong. So it's also part of the reason why they go on that strike. But I am also one of the strong members of that union, and I told them my mind as regard the strike. The answers, yes, it has happened, and there's need for us to do a follow-up to the various letters we wrote to the state governor and the federal government. But in this particular issue of Oyo State, the social issue that happened, I will not be part of the strike. If this could be the reason, I will not be part of it. My reason is because, yes, it has happened. People were killed. The mistake is done already. The only thing we can do is to make sure we come back and reconcile for us to live in peace. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria allow everybody to live anywhere you want to live in the country. The country is ours, so nobody should intimidate anybody. I told them, since 4 governors from the northern country has come, 4 days interval, they came to show their concern, to show their love for the people that lost their life and the property. I think there is need for us, the organization, to meet the state governor, one of the state governors that came, particularly, let's even say Kano State Governor. I keep giving reference to Kano State Governor because we are a bit closer to him. That, okay, His Excellency, what are the things you people discuss with the other governors counterpart, like Ogun State Governor and Oyo State Governor? What are the things you people discuss with them, so that because we have our plan that we want to embark on strike because of so thing that they've done for us. If you have done that, and perhaps one of the governor will engage you to say, okay, this is what is going to happen, this is what we have discussed. If you are not satisfied, you can go on strike. But I will not be part of the people that will go on strike. And apart from that, Lagos State, nothing happened in Lagos State. Lagos State government and the people of Lagos State are living in peace. Nothing happened in Lagos State. There's absolutely no reason why we should embark in strike that will also affect Lagos State. If you recall, during the pandemic time, almost every market in Nigeria is shut down. Nobody have access to go to any state. It's only Lagos State that receive these food items. So there's need for us to pay Lagos State back in kind, not in other way around. So that is the reason why they go for strike. And Alhamdulillah, they are back on stage now. When you come to the market, a lot of goods items in the market now. Very cordial. I came in a year and 6 months. My first assignment as a chairman of this market was to meet the community, all the community leaders across board. Madon CDA, Agility CDA, Madon Relay, all the CDAs, and even the youth in the community. I've met with them. Need for us to live in harmony, need for us to live in peace. We are benefiting from each other. Average women who are selling in the street are selling very well because the market is within them. Landlords are collecting their money regularly, no excuses at all. So I think I have done that, and by the grace of God, from the inception of my government till date, nothing has happened in my 12 market. We are living in peace. Lagos State government have been doing tremendous well to make sure that they give us a conducive atmosphere to do our business in the market. One of the good atmosphere is we don't have any harassment from any law enforcement agencies, be it CAI, be it Loma, or any other parastal. Nobody disturb us in this market. We do our businesses freely. We are in good time with Lagos State government, and that's the paramount. Government cannot give everybody money, but once they create a good atmosphere for you to do your business, you are good to go. So Lagos State government has done that for us. They have created a good atmosphere for all the traders of Malta market to do our business at ease, and that is what brings about respecting each other, following the due process. So many things affecting the fruitful products to be very expensive. But now I think there is sanity. A little bit, things are getting better. If a farmer could go to farm and will be killed, it should be difficult for another person to also go to farm again. If a farmer will farm and at the end of the day they will ask him for a ransom before he could be able to get what he has from the farm, it's also a problem. So the banditry, the terrorists, and the kidnapping has reduced farmers from the farm. So many farmers are scared to go to the farm now. You have a farm, all what you have in the farm is no more than 200,000 naira, even after harvesting, and somebody just kidnap you and is asking for 1 million naira. What do you do? How do you go about the payment? It means even if you are paid the ransom, you are still going to be paying for debt for previous farming you'll be doing, which is not acceptable. So it has drawn farmers, a lot of people back, even those who cannot even farm. That they have people that farm for them. They can't give money to anybody to farm because you are not sure that when you go to the farm, it's either they harass you or they kidnap you or they ask you to pay ransom, which is really killing the country. And I think there's enough for federal government to secure farmers, to make sure that farmers are well secured, because if there is no food in the country, the nation cannot bear its name again. It's been going for a long time. And farmers are crying over it. Apart from that, the bad road is also contributing. When you load tomato from the north, it takes almost 2 days to come to the south because of the bad road. Even though federal government are trying now, they are doing some part of the roads, but I think it's also causing a lot of a problem for the farmers, because the tomato we normally farm doesn't have much lifespan. Maybe 2-3 days it will start perishing. So before it comes to the market, almost half of it is gone. So the much gain you are anticipating to get, you may not get it. We have bad roads. Before the strike, this strike is just a temporary something which is called off just 3-4 days and it's gone. When you come to the market now, you see a lot of things we have a lot of perishable items abundantly in the market, even in fact much more than even before now in the market, because we're in the season. Tomato has ripened. There's no way you can hide tomato in your farm. Once it's ripe, it's either you bring it to the market and sell, or you let it perish. So you have no choice than to bring it to the market. So that's one. Then secondly, the strike issue, which has been settled already. A lot of things is happening in the market. I think most of the thing that's happening now is just the kidnapping and the terrorist acts that's happening is what is the major issue why things are expecting that, because the numbers of tomato, Malta market used to have almost about 2,000 metric tons of tomato yearly, but this year I doubt if you could even have up to 150 or 1,500 because of the less number of farmers that are in the field. It's a huge loss that I cannot even sit in this office and start quantifying it, because virtually the tomatoes that is ripe in the farm will definitely perish, and of course the blockage of a border between the south and the north is also blocked, which means the tomato you have in a truck will also spoil. So when you combine it together, it's a huge loss for the traders. I think understanding matters a lot. There's need for stakeholders to engage themselves. There's a lot of marriages between Yoruba and Hausa. They marry each other. There's good understanding, particularly between the Hausas and Yorubas. I think it has to do with leaders. Leaders must sit on decks and make sure that they let people understand that we're all one. Yoruba man is still the same blood that is still the red blood that is on him that is in Hausa man. The white water or drinking water Yoruba man used to drink is what Hausa man also drink. So I don't think there should be difference in anything we are doing. We should just be accept ourselves as one. Nigeria has well over 350 languages. So the major languages are Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. And for instance, are you telling me that God made mistake? Is it a mistake for God to create us in one place, well over 350 languages? It's not a mistake. God knew better than any one of us. So we should accept the way God created us. We should also adapt to the system of ourselves. We should know our differences. You should know what Hausa man wants. You should know what Yoruba man wants. It's a simple understanding. A Muslim can marry to Yoruba man, to a Christian. Once you know when it is time for prayer, you bring water for your husband to do ablution because he's a Muslim. Once it's on Sunday, you know your wife should go to church. So you tell her, my sister, yeah, time for you to go to church. That's understanding. Once we have that understanding, I think everything will go smoothly. It is absolutely by the grace of God. I happen to be a floor member in the market, a vendor, ordinary vendor who sells in the market. Through the vendorship, we're able to sponsor ourselves. We are many that will go to school, and then we still came back to the market to continue our businesses. I've been the general secretary of the market. I've been the financial secretary of the market, and today I'm elected as the chairman of the market. So I think by experience I should be able to know what the market needs. I should be able to understand the nitty-gritty of the market, what the market wants, what the Lagos State government wants, how the market to be. And alhamdulillah, today you can see we have changed the face of the market. There's improvement gradually. Since I came in, this is 1 month, 1 year, 6 months now. We have done so many things that I cannot even mention. So many things, a lot of changes in the market that everybody appreciates. Usually you come to Malto market with rain boot, but I believe you people are putting your shoes down to this place, which has showed a lot of differences. And even in the marketplace where people sell, we've tarred the place, we've covered the place, we make sure that everything is just intact in the market. So the name of the market is now International Market. It used to be Arewa Perishable Food Stop, but when I came in, I met with the ISCOs in the market, with the board of trustees, that look, at this stage, Malto market should not be bearing Arewa Perishable. It's a market that belongs to all of us. The market that people from Cotonou Republic, Benin Republic, Burkina Faso, Ghana, everybody comes in. So at this junction, I will seek your indulgence for us to change the name of the market to Malto International Market, where everybody will come and trade. And they agree with me, and then the market bear its name now. We have so many flags of various nationalities in our market, and we have done the needful to show at least a sign of being international market. I've been to so many other markets in Africa, but today this market stands to be the best in terms of infrastructure. We little input in the market. So we are grateful to Almighty God. I think any government who fails to secure the security, the life of people, the property of people, I think it's bound to fail. What we accused Goodluck Jonathan when all of us agitating for him to go was because of the security bomb everywhere. People are dying. And of course, to me, anybody that wants to take the charge of the country should tighten his belt and know what I'm coming to do. I think Mr. President should know what he's going to face. If there is insecurity during Goodluck Jonathan, when you are coming as a president, you should know what to do to tackle that security. So in security aspect, the president has failed woefully. We are thinking maybe you need so many advice from experts to see how we can curtail this issue of security. But the way it's going, the security of the country is very, very bad. People are not secured. Not even in the north alone. Anywhere you are going to, you have to be looking left, looking back. If you are home, you put almost 3-4 padlock to lock up yourself, which is also not good. So I think security-wise, the country has failed. We are hoping that before the end of the tenure of Mr. President, let Nigerians start seeing difference in terms of security. In anticipation for what will you poison people? And how many millions of tomato will you poison? And where will you sit down and be poisoning tomatoes where people will not see you? It's just a lie. And that is why I don't even much like the Facebook, the social media, because they cook a lot of lies. I was in I think Osun State during the NSAS. I went for something, and they just sent me a video viral of car being burned, tomato being burned, and the lady was agitating. Here, live and direct, I'm in Mal 12 market. The market is on fire. Trailer has been burnt. I called my secretary. I said, "What is happening?" He said, "At where?" I texted to him. He said, "It's not in this market." So that is the extent of where people lies. A lady recently just said, and they should not use tomato that is poisoning. What she used, tomato used to have this hole. If you are buying tomato very well, tomato used to have a natural hole. Not all. Some that have issue that maybe they are taught by insecticide. Yes, they used to have small. She picked that one, that particular one, and telling people that this is a poison from. How will you kill people? If you kill the whole people, who are you going to bring the tomato for to buy? It is very, very wrong. It is very, very unprecedented, very, very bad. I think we should not escalate the whole problem. We are facing banditries, we are facing headsmen, we are facing kidnappers, we are equally facing terrorists, all in this country. Even armed robbers has reduced drastically. They've emigrated to kidnappers and all sorts of things. These are the things we are facing. Both of us, all of us are facing it. They don't know anybody. They don't discriminate. Once armed robber come to your place, you won't say you are a Yoruba man or Hausa man. You steal your things. If you didn't cooperate, they will kill you. The same thing with these bandits. They are permanent in the north. In that case, they do more for the northerners than even the southerners. But of course, they don't discriminate. Whoever comes to their way, once they grab you, they deal with you. You pay ransom. These are the things we should all work for towards to make sure that we get rid of all those things. And number one, we are bringing sentiment, fighting ourselves. People who are doing that legitimate business in a particular area, and you begin to fight yourself. I think you are compounding the issue. You are making it worse. There is need for us to have a cooperation, to have understanding. There is marriage between us. There is understanding. We go to the same mosque and pray. We worship in the same church. We play together and all this thing. So we shouldn't just close our eyes when there's little misunderstanding, and we just make it a war, which is very, very not good. I don't ask bad people to do that. I'm appealing to everybody, the traders, the civil servant, everybody, that we should make sure we ensure that peace in place. We should accommodate ourselves. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria says, go and live in anywhere you want to live it, but live in a very peaceful atmosphere. Live in a community where people will respect you and respect the people of that community. Don't cause any chaos. And I also want to appeal to the federal government that anywhere there is issue like this, that there's fight between Hausa or Yoruba or Igbo and whatever tribe that happens to have issues, I am appealing to the federal government to please arrest who is culprits, who are just causing the trouble, and deal with them. Either charge them to court or let people know that you have done something for them. Or else, if you touch somebody here and because he's powerless, he has nobody, they will want to commit atrocity elsewhere again, which will be compounding the thing. But once you have done wrong thing, the state governor should say arrest anybody that has hand on it, and they deal with him. Others will not fight anybody. I think the both of things in government hand. There is need for them to make sure they take action in this particular thing. Now, once there is trouble, they shouldn't let it escalate. They should just make sure that they settle the matter and of course deal with the person who is guilty.